Okay, guys and gals, I already had a video made, but I thought it was too opinionated, and I decided not to post it. So I'm going to be completely reworking this in the bathroom because better acoustics. Up in my room, it's hard to hear anything. And this video is going to be why the seventh Leprechaun movie doesn't exactly fit the franchise. I'm not saying it's a bad movie by any stretch of the imagination. It's actually a very good movie, and the WWE did put it out. And Hornswoggle played the Leprechaun. And I just don't feel that it really fits the franchise because they completely took out the comedy aspect of it. Because the Leprechaun franchise is a horror comedy genre, and the seventh film, Leprechaun Origins, doesn't exactly follow that formula. Now, I'm not saying that the movie's bad. It isn't, because it's as a regular horror film, it's really good. It's got a lot of atmospheric effects that are really good, and jump scares, and the thematic music that really makes your skin crawl. And it's got a good story. I'm just saying it doesn't really fit. I mean, it would work better if it didn't have the Leprechaun title because it doesn't exactly follow the franchise. It's kind of like people who are dedicated to a book series. I'm going to use the Percy Jackson series because if you've read the Percy Jackson series and actually seen the movies, then you'll know that the movies are nothing like the books, because things will happen in the movie rather that happen later in the book. I think basically they tried to cram way too much into too little time, which happens a lot in movies because you're gonna have that. But again, if you haven't read the books and you see the movies, then the movies are actually pretty good. And I can kind of see how they would work as a reworking. I mean, or as artistic license. We'll call it that. Anyways, I also yeah, sorry, lost my train of thought here. It's after midnight and it's hard to it's okay. Anyways, okay, here we go. Um, okay. Anyways, let's go back to the Leprechaun series. First of all, I admire the Leprechaun franchise because well, the first one got don't quote me on this because I don't have my tablet down here. In the other video, I did take a prolonged look at the actual critical reception. And if you want to find this, it's under the Wikipedia. You just Google Leprechaun franchise and go scroll down to critical reception. It's right there. And again, Rotten Tomatoes isn't exactly a thermometer, reliable thermometer, because well, in a way it is. But four of the movies got 0%, including the second, the third, the fourth, and the seventh. And mainly the seventh one I kind of agree with because it didn't follow the franchise. Again, I've said that before. But the first one got like 25%. No, excuse me, 23%. The fifth and sixth got actually scored higher than the original. It was Leprechaun in the Hood and Returns to the Hood, and I think it's probably the music that got it there because it had rap and hip hop, and it was had a good story. And the eighth one actually got 38%, and that's the newest one, Leprechaun Returns, and it basically picks up where the first one left off, except 25 years later. So it's like the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, and the seventh never happened. Now the seventh was meant to be a reboot. They were going to reboot the franchise, but since it got such poor ratings, then I think they probably didn't. So they decided to reboot the franchise again with this sci-fi, the channel Sci-Fi, SYFY, not SCIFI, if you know what I mean. Anyways, this is like a reboot of the franchise, basically making all the movies that got like 0%, making it so they never happened. And I kind of like that idea. That's what John Carpenter did with the new Halloween franchise. He basically started it at like right after the first one, and then like so, and I think that that's basically what James Cameron is doing with the newest Terminator series too. But again, I might not be right on that. I don't have a script here, so I'm just going off the top of my head, stream of consciousness. Anyways, but yeah, I'm saying that movies will always have haters. It's because you can't really please everyone. It's kind of like the Game of Thrones finale. I know a lot of people got mad about that. I don't watch Game of Thrones, but I've I know people who have and were upset with the outcome. And you'll have that basically with even movies that some people see as perfect. You'll have a difference of opinion, and that's completely normal. I mean, what I'm saying is and I'm repeating myself a lot. I'm sorry about that. But what I'm saying is if you're going to take a franchise's name, like say um, it's kind of like taking the Percy Jackson franchise and making it a romantic comedy when it's actually like the books are adventure based. Um, what they did, the WWE did, and they used Hornswoggle, which was pretty cool. You don't really get to see him much. One of my main conflicts with the movie is that you don't really see the leprechaun much. He's like really freaky scary, with a bunch of, makeup and prosthetics and stuff, but you don't really see him much, and that always bothered me. Now, excuse me. Now, if you're going to take the leprechaun name, I mean, one of the scary things about the leprechaun, and this is taken from a friend of mine, is that he would say limericks, say things that rhymed, right before he killed you, or bounce on your chest with a pogo stick, or bit off your toes, or pulled out your teeth. He'd say something witty. I mean, and it wasn't meant to be taken very seriously. I mean, sure, it's a horror movie, but it's not meant to be taken seriously. I mean, and it has lots of gore, but the effects look really fake. So it was basically meant to be a comedy. It's kind of cheesy, like the old Hercules, Legendary Journey, and Xena, Warrior Princess. They were really cheesy and meant to be funny. And with the seventh movie, it was kind of the odd duck because if you it, they stripped away all of the comedy, so it was just basically pure terror. And in my opinion, again, this is just my opinion. Um, everyone's entitled to an opinion. I mean, some people probably like the movie as it is, and that's fine. I mean, see, life would be boring if everyone was a clone of everybody else and everybody liked the same thing and exactly the same way. I mean, you'd lose individuality. But for me, again, this is purely an opinion, and well, to me, I really and to my friend, he really found it scary, because the leprechaun was really kind of silly, and he would say all these funny things and rhyme and say limericks, and it kind of added a little bit of a chill factor to it, and also made it really funny. I thought, but this was just basically scary, pure scary. I mean, and you didn't really get a reprieve from it. I mean, and that's nerve frying, and that's good. I mean, I mean, standing on its own merit, it was a good movie. Leprechaun Origins. It's just that if you're gonna take a franchise name, then you need to really follow the rules of the franchise, and I don't know. I just didn't really feel that in in that film. That said, I really I do like a lot of the movies that the WWE puts out. I mean, it puts their wrestlers into the public eye and the spotlight. I mean, and The Rock, he took off, really well because of it, of things he did in film. And I'm trying to think of some others. I'm probably wrong, but is the Tom Hardy, the same Hardy boy, that's the wrestler? I don't know. See, I didn't do any research for this, so I'm probably wrong. But there's also that Hardy guy, that the Hardy boy that played Kane in is that no Bane in Batman, the third Batman movie. What's it called? The Dark Knight Rises. That's it. And I think was he a wrestler? I don't know. See, again, I don't know if the WWE had anything to do with that. Probably not. But what I'm saying is, it's good that Rey Mysterio was played Freddy Krueger in Freddy versus Jason, in the dream sequence where Jason is in, or Freddy is in Jason's dream trying to kill him. I think that was Rey Mysterio, that's what they say. Anyway, and that's good. I'm glad the WWE is branching out so that their wrestlers are getting more movie roles. That's good. But what I'm saying is, if you're going to take a franchise, you really need to follow the rules of the franchise. So, long story short, I actually admire the Leprechaun franchise because it took chances, and even though it was getting like 0% in Rotten Tomatoes, they kept putting out the films, which was good, and eventually they hit gold with the latest one at 38% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is a lot better than even the first one, and that one had Jennifer Lopez in it. But all in all, I can see this video is running a little long, so I'm going to be cutting it short. All in all, this was just basically an explanation of why the seventh movie doesn't work in the Leprechaun franchise, but it's a good standalone horror film. Go ahead and put your comments down in the description below. Like, subscribe, share. Donate if you want to. I just like making these silly videos. I was needing content. I'm half asleep here. I was needing content, so I just decided to talk about this. But yeah, I'd just love to hear your opinions on all this. Let's see. Is there anything else? Boop, 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 boop. I believe that's all, guys. I thank you for watching, and have a great day.